So basically, the kind of backstory behind this whole Rippln thing and how I got started with it. Troy actually called me up one day and was like, "Hey, there's a student in town named Brian. You should come and meet him." So I drove over to Troy's office and went to go meet this guy named Brian. And it was supposed to be like a quick 15, 20-minute sit-down meeting just to kind of just connect with a cool guy. And we started talking, and that 20-minute meeting turned into 2 days of us in front of a whiteboard trying to figure out how in the world we could connect the entire world. And it was like one of those things that's like way too big to even fathom. But we started talking, and Brian basically came to me with this really unique idea. He said, "Russell, think about how all these big companies nowadays are built. Think about Facebook and Twitter and Instagram." He said, "How do you think these companies were built?" And I said, "Well, obviously it was built from people like us who were passionate about it and shared it. And that's how these things grow." He said, "We look at companies, and they're huge, but they're all relying on us to do the work, and we don't ever get anything for it." And I started thinking about that. I thought about Instagram, and I've got Instagram here on my phone. Instagram was bought by Facebook for $1 billion. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't get any money from that. Did you guys make any of it? No.
I didn't get any.
Yeah, so it kind of frustrates me because I shared that with a lot of people. I was building their company and never made a penny off all my work. And that was Brian's whole concept. He said, what if we were able to create a social network or create something that could track who you influence?
Hey, Russell, we're hearing some overplay. It sounds like this is replaying somewhere. Do you hear that?
I don't hear it at all.
I don't hear it. Do you have it?
Am I playing on yours, Troy?
Yeah, do you have your player open or your page open?
It might be on yours. So yeah, if you've got your Hangout page open, Troy, it's probably playing again.
Oh my gosh, it was me. I'm sorry.
Look at Troy.
No worries, we're all learning. No worries. Anyway, so what I was saying is, his conversation was, wouldn't it be cool if there was something where we could track these connections, kind of like a ripple, where you threw a rock in a pond and this ripple started growing, and you could see the influence. So, for example, I was playing Plants vs. Zombies about 2 years ago on a flight to London, and Brent, who's sitting over here, was sitting next to me, and he's like, "Dude, what's that game you've been playing for 8 hours?" I was like, "Plants vs. Zombies." So he downloaded it, he started playing it, and then he's got his family's up in Canada. He flew up to Canada, he showed them the game, they started showing people, and pretty quick, this ripple started growing with Plants vs. Zombies. And he said, you know, Brian's thing was, wouldn't that be cool if we could track that ripple, and then you get rewarded because of it? So if they go inside Plants vs. Zombies and they upgrade or they buy something else, if you got a percentage of that because you were the one that introduced them to the game. I thought that is really cool, but how do you build something like that? And that's what they spent almost a year building, was a social network that could track everybody's ripples. And the social network went live about a month ago. And what's interesting is in the first 30 days, we've gotten over 500,000 people that have joined the Ripple. And what's cool about that, if you look at like Facebook, it took Facebook 9 months to get 1 million people, where we're in a month already at more than 500,000 people and growing way faster than any other social network in the world. And it's exciting because the message is, you can now get rewarded for the connections you have. You share this thing that we're sharing with everybody right now, and you get rewarded because of the ripples you're creating. And it's exciting. It's been fun for me. I know it's been fun for you guys as well. Look at we now are 70 ripples deep. Is that crazy? From
so
the little
cool.
ripple that we started. So that's kind of what Rippln is and why I'm so excited by it. But Anthony, I'd love to get kind of your perspective on this whole thing, this whole game we're playing right now as well.
Well, you know, I'm actually just going into my Ripple here, because you're always talking about how big your Ripple has grown. And so how many countries did you say you were in now?
238 countries and provinces.
Okay, well, I'm getting close. I'm in 81 countries
Awesome.
with 5,368 people in our Ripple. But you know what I think is really exciting about that, and what I think excites me for other people and for everybody watching this, is just the simple fact that I didn't sign up 5,300 people, and I don't know people in 10 countries. I may know people in a couple of countries if I'm lucky. So where did all those people come from? And it came from the same effect that you were talking about with your friend on the airplane. Like, you showed him this game, and then all of a sudden he went to another country. He goes up to Canada, and he starts showing it to all these people, and then all of them get the game, and they start buying the game, and then on and on and on it goes, right? Well, you didn't know any of those people, but you're the reason that they found out about this Planets vs. Zombies or whatever the game it is that you play so much.
You're going to play tonight now. I'm starting a new Ripple with that game.
You need to. I mean, so for this, it's amazing to me how many people have had success with this. How many people have been able to get other people to sign up, be on their team, and start playing this game with everybody. Because, like I said, we've got 5,300 people, which is nowhere near as many as you have. But a lot of this came from just a small group of people I introduced to it on my Facebook page, or a lot of people are watching this video right now because I sent them an email about it and said, hey, come check this out, listen to what we have to say, because it's very powerful, and it's like an opportunity for now, not for next month.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is really important for everybody to see. Like you said, it's grown to 500,000 in a month. That means there's still a phenomenal amount of people that are not in Rippln, that don't know what Rippln is. But 6 months from now, 4 months from now, there's going to be a whole lot of people that do know what Rippln is, and very few people that don't. It's going to be similar to Facebook. If Facebook started this kind of, hey, we'll pay you for your ripple effect, and whoever you can get to join Facebook today, you'll make some money on it. I mean, you would have to literally, I think the only way to make any money with that would be to sit in, like, I don't know, 7th grade classrooms and try to get 7th graders to sign up for Facebook, because that's the only people that don't have Facebook. You think about it. I mean,
So true.
It's like little kids that can't get on there and get it, but I mean, everybody else has it. And I feel like Rippln, as fast as it's growing right now, 6 months from now, we're going to be saying the same thing about that. So the opportunity for people, at least all of our students, I know all of yours, to be able to play this game, to create a big ripple effect, and then to be able to be compensated for it, the time for that is right now. And that's why I'm so passionate about pushing it out to everybody, telling them about it, getting them excited about it, and getting them to share it with people right now.
Yeah, and what's cool about this is, I think the reason why it's growing so fast, which is exciting, is it's free right now. This is a game you're playing, and this is, like, I say game because it's literally like a game. I check my phone probably 30 times a day to see where my Ripple's at, how many people are joining. But it's a really fun game to play. It's completely free. But what's interesting is right now we're kind of like in the pre-launch before the pre-launch, and you guys are in a very unique situation where you have a chance to be part of this and to share this right now before it's gotten any bigger. And in about a month from now, it's going to go live. And when it goes live, all sorts of stuff's happening. But right now, you have a chance to really position yourself. I look at my Ripple and people that are already they're already on my team. When this goes live, now when any of those guys do anything inside the Ripple, when they download an app, when they play a game, when they book movie tickets, when they book hotels, whatever they do through the Ripple, I'm going to get a percentage of that. And for me, like, if you know my background, I've got a lot of different businesses, but this literally is my retirement plan. And I know that if I spend the next 30, 60, 90 days and really push this, especially now during the pre-launch, and really push this hard, that when it goes live, it'll be something that will reward me for the rest of my life. And that's why I've been so dedicated. That's why I'm doing hangouts like this almost every single day, because I realize that we can put a little bit of effort in right now and have a huge reward later. And Troy, I'd love to have you kind of talk about this. You were involved in the company 10, 15 years ago, and you had some huge successes. And I'm curious about, like, kind of just a little bit about that, but then what this looks like for you now.
Yeah, no, I'd love to share that. It was 13 years ago. I was in my late 20s, my wife and we had been doing some marketing, and we were kind of caught up in that conversation of e-commerce. And I don't know if you guys remember, but every time we turned on MSNBC, it was about .com this, .com that. E-commerce was like the hot conversation, like the stock market has going to jillions and jillions of dollars. It's crazy, constant conversation. And we got excited about that, and we actually got involved. We started raising some capital for a guy who was starting an e-commerce company. And it was a huge deal. It was exciting. That company ultimately didn't make it, but what it did leave us with was like a lot of the .com companies didn't make it. But what that left us with was that knowing about what was coming. And it kind of freaked me out because I thought we were going to miss the boat. And then we got invited to participate in a project that was an e-commerce network company. It was like late 1999. I'd been in the conversation for over 2 years helping raise capital, so I knew the language, and it was epic. My wife and I, we worked our faces off. We literally did, like Gary Vaynerchuk talks about working our faces off. We worked about 20 hours a day, but it was just interesting because the work was over the phones and in front of the computers. And that first month, we I guess I can share this. It's documented. We knocked down like 20 grand. Second month we made about 120 grand. And our third month we were knocking down checks of like $40,000, $50,000 per week, and it was crazy. Now that's impressive, but what's really impressive is how quickly I spent every penny of it, because it was gone really quick. I wasn't keened up to being frugal yet. But what that did, that company anyway ran its course. It showed me that you can compress financial timeframes. Literally, my wife and I made 10 years worth of income of what we were previously making in 6 months. And so that was exciting. What I was naive to believe is that this was going to happen again like next month. And we spent a lot of money trying to find that next deal, to actually create that next deal. Here we are 13 years later, and here it finally is again for us. And so it also made me very clear that when you have something, an opportunity like that, you really need to embrace it. And so Angela and I, back in 07, we got our butts kicked in real estate and in construction. I own a construction company. We're real estate people. And so we took a hit like a lot of people, but we knew this, that in times of massive change comes massive opportunity. And lo and behold, in 07, when the economy went like this, Steve Jobs launched this, and everything changed. And literally now there's 5 billion mobile devices on the planet. They're all going to be connected to the internet, and that's going to more than double the population of the web. So that's a mega trend right there. Then you've got the social networks that in 07 most of us weren't on Facebook. Now look at them, it is the internet. And then you've got these app downloads, which is epic. And so I just believe that this is the next transition of the way business is done. It's like we went from the farms and entrepreneurialism to the industrial revolution, and then we moved into the information age. Now we're in the social age. Now it's social commerce. And so I'm excited because I believe we are part of the first company that will actually get this thing done and get it done in a big way. And it's going to compress financial timeframes big time. So that's
very cool. And I think I know a while ago, me and you were talking about this a little bit, and we were just talking about the fact that like both of us have students that have been doing internet marketing for a while, and you know there's a lot of things that are out there, but like this is by far is the most simple, easy thing I've ever seen. People who have never been able to make a penny online ever are growing ripples of 100, 1,000, 2,000 people overnight. I'm just curious on some of your thoughts on that as well.
You know, I think for me it's more about it's about that. Because it's free right now, which is why I've sent all of my students here, and I'm sure you've sent yours, and Troy said his, is because it's free, it's kind of like people, they take their guard down for a minute, and they quit being so skeptical about it, and they say, wait, it's actually really free, I don't have to put my credit card number in, I don't have to do anything right now to start playing this game and to build my Ripple. And so it allows people to actually pay attention to what we're saying and to what's actually being done. Instead of us saying, hey, to join Ripple it is $200. The minute you spend your $200, you instantly start looking for why you should cancel within 30 days. That's just the way that it is, right? You don't actually go try to do anything, and then in 30 days you say, oh, that Ripple thing, it didn't make me money, and you go cancel it. And really what you're doing is canceling your opportunity and your ability to be able to have success with it. So I think it was brilliant for Brian to come out with this and say, hey, we're going to do this for free. We're going to let everybody build their Ripple and see how this actually works at no cost. That way when they enroll, they're focused on nothing but doing what they need to be doing anyway, regardless of if they paid or if it was free. And then once you've got this massive Ripple and you see the earning potential of your Ripple, well then you're already in, right? It makes total sense for you to be able to continue to grow your Ripple. And so for me, I think that's the reason why people have had so much success. And just looking through mine, like just looking through all of the people I've invited, whatever you go into here, you sign your NDA, and Russell will talk to you about that in a second. But once you start looking at the people you've invited, it's just ridiculous to me to see how many people have signed up. People like the very first person in my Ripple signed up 814 people already.
Dang.
The fifth one,
awesome.
912. The seventh one, 114. Someone named Chad's already got 10. And if I just keep clicking through this, like I literally have thousands of people in here, and every single one of them I click it on, I'm seeing like 4 with this one, 12 with that one, 113 with this one, 7 with that one. It's just like everybody's able to do something. And I think that's what's so phenomenal about this is that it really is easy to get other people to do this, especially like you're talking about in the app, in the time frame that we're in right now. Everything's about mobile, it's about social, and it's about apps. And I think both of you probably saw, like, what is it? Facebook bought Waze. You've heard of Waze, like the little thing. So Waze is just like a mobile. It's an app. I actually have it on my phone, and it's navigation. So if you think about it, like, why would Facebook spend $1 billion to purchase like a navigational app? If social is just a trend and it's going to change here, they spent $1 billion for this. But I know why they did it. It's because pretty soon they'll be able to know exactly where you are when you're on your Facebook profile. They'll be able to say, oh, look, Anthony's sitting on his condo in Destin, Florida. I'm going to go and show him where he can get a beach chair, you know? And like, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to see on my Facebook. So the point is like the social mobile, you know, integration and the way that they work together and the way that they're going to continue to work together. I mean, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. That's why these companies are pumping just billions of dollars into growth, and not just growth in the social, you know, media space, but also in the mobile space and being able to blend them. And that's what Rippln's done. It's a social network, but it's on mobile devices, and it's for mobile use, and it's just going to be a phenomenal company. It's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I want to share kind of just some of the vision so you guys understand where things are going. So right now, we're in the pre-launch. All of us have a chance to build our Ripples and actually see how far those go. And like I think all of us have mentioned, it's shocking how much further, like it's gone so much further than any of us thought it could or would. So that's kind of step number one. Step number two is in about a month from now, we're releasing the very first app. And the first app is a communicator app, which is kind of similar to if you ever use Voxer or WeChat, where you can go and you can start communicating with your Ripples. You can send them voice text messages. You can create teams and communicate with the entire team at a time, and a bunch of really cool stuff. So that app's coming out in about a month from now. And that's going to be where we kind of start having the ability to connect and communicate with our Ripples, which is, for me, the exciting part. And then after that, that's when the actual Ripple goes live. I know there's going to be, I'm not allowed to share all this stuff so far, but there's going to be information products sold through the Ripple. There's going to be actual physical products sold through the Ripple, a bunch of other really cool stuff happening all within the next month or so. And so that's what's exciting is right now is the time, you guys. This is the time to get in this game, get engaged, get involved, and start growing your Ripple. Because I promise you, like Anthony was saying, in a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, you're gonna look back on this if you didn't and be like, man, I really missed the boat on that. And so for those of you guys who, I know there's different people watching, some are brand new, and I'm going to talk to you here in a second, but if you've been on this for a while, if you signed up and you're just kind of waiting and hanging out and you've got your NDA signed, you're just kind of sitting like, what should I do? This is the time to start growing. Like get off your butt or whatever it is, whatever excuse you have, it's time to get up and start growing it right now. If you kind of dabbled a little bit, you got a couple people, but you kind of stopped, now is the time to get back after this, okay? I promise you in a year from now when there's 5 million people or 15 million people in the Ripple, people are going to be wishing that they had a chance to get involved and there's only 500,000. Now, for the people who just got started, I want to show you guys how to get engaged and how to start playing this game with us. So I'm going to do a screen share. Hopefully this will work. Okay, can you guys see my screen right now?
Yep.
Awesome. So this is the page you guys are on right now. You're watching our Hangout. We're having a good time. Now, after this Hangout's done, if you scroll down here, there's 2 steps, basically. The first step says start your Ripple. What I want you to do is I want you to watch this video right here. This is a video that's going to talk to you kind of about what's happening, what's going on, and should get you even more excited about Rippln. After you do that, then on the right-hand side here, there's a form for you to fill out. Put in your first name, your last name, your email address, your cell phone, and you click Get My Code. And what's going to happen is it's going to email the person that invited you to this Hangout. So if Anthony invited you, it's going to email him. If I invited you, it's going to email me. If Troy did it, if someone on our teams did it, whoever was invited to this Hangout, it's going to email them saying, hey, I am interested in a code. They're going to get that email, and then they're going to go into Rippln, and they're going to set up they're going to get an NDA signed for, or an NDA for you, which is a non-disclosure agreement. They're going to go and create one, and after they do that, it's going to either text message you or it's going to email you a code. You then take that code, you go to startmyripple.com. I'll go to that page real quick. You put that code in right here. You type in the code. After you type in the code, it's going to click on the little button there, and it's going to unlock, say, congratulations, code is valid. And then you put in your email address, and then it'll log you into the members area. After you're logged in, there's an 8-minute video you need to watch. It's called the post NDA video. It's going to walk you through exactly what Rippln is. It's going to explain a lot of things that we're not able to share with you because we've signed those NDAs. It'll give you a good idea of what Rippln is, and it'll give you the ability now to start your Ripple. So you'll be given 5 NDAs. you can go and start giving out to your friends and family members. And what's cool is after all 5 of those NDAs are signed, it'll unlock 10 more. And after those 10 are signed, it'll unlock, I think, 20 more. And after those 20 are signed, it unlocks 25. So it's kind of a game where every time you do it, you get more invites. But the key, you guys, and this is important to understand, is when you get your NDAs, basically you have to get all 5 of them signed before it unlocks 5 more. Okay? And so because of that, if you come back here to this page, after you finish this first step and you've gotten into Rippln, we build a whole other section here. It says Step 2, Grow My Ripple. And if you click on this button here, it says click here when you're ready to grow your Ripple. Click here. We've got a bunch of tools to help you to grow your Ripple very fast. Okay? The first one shows you how to use your cell phone. There's a video of me. I actually go on my phone and I show you how I'm sending out text messages to my friends on my cell phone. And there's a whole video of you watching me on my phone doing it. And then here's the actual message I'm sending out. You can just copy and paste this and text it to every single person on your cell phone. Then after that's done, then step number 2 is to go into Facebook and contact your Facebook friends. There's a video of here of John on our team. John has got a Ripple now of over 10,000 people. He's doing it all using Facebook and his cell phone. He actually logs into Facebook and he shows you exactly what he's doing. He shows you the message. He actually shows you communicating with people and how he does it. And this is the message he's sending out right here. You can just copy and paste the exact same one if you want. Okay? So that's step number 2. And then step number 3 is after you've done that, then you can start inviting people to this hangout. This hangout we're doing right now, we do this every day or so. And we talk about Rippln, why we're excited, why we're passionate. And what's cool is we actually have it set up. For those of you who know me or Anthony, you know about affiliate marketing. Basically, we have a very simple system that'll create an affiliate link for you to go and promote and get people on this hangout. When they come to this hangout and they fill out this form right here, it'll email you, and then you can put them into your Ripple. So all you do for that, you guys, is very simple. Watch this little video right here. I'll walk you through how it all works. And you click right here, and this will take you to a page where you can create your affiliate link for the Hangout page. And then, boom, this is the actual text that I'm just copying and pasting on Facebook every day before the Hangout. You can just kind of copy it, and that's how it works, you guys. And there's 2 last things here at the bottom. We've got a really good Facebook group. It's got pretty much everyone that's – Troy was the original Ripple maker on our side. He brought me in. We brought everyone that's kind of come. Anthony's come in. So anybody who's on my team or Anthony's team or Troy's team, we have a private Facebook group where you can come on here, and this is where you can get help and motivation and encouragement from everyone on our team. I think we've got 3,000 or 4,000 people in there now. We're all just helping each other to grow our Ripples. So you come and join our Facebook group for free. And also we have this other training section here. We have a members area with a bunch of other training videos showing you how to grow your Ripple. So that's kind of how our system works. It's pretty simple and pretty easy. But the first step right now for you guys, again, is to start your Ripple. So watch this video, contact the person who brought you to this page, or fill out this form right here, and you can start growing your Ripples right away. So that's kind of how the whole thing works. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I love that.
I mean, I think that's what's, a lot of people will say, well, what's the, obviously, I could join Rippln with a bunch of people, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously you're here because, whoever sent you here. But I think what's amazing about being on our team, we'll call it Troy's the originator, so we'll give a little credit there. But is the things that we built out, like for instance, this entire process here. I mean, people can literally invite their friends, their family, the people on Facebook. People just send them a text message in their cell phone and say, "Hey, go to this link." It'll bring them right back here to this Hangout page where some of you may be here right now because of that. And you get to just listen to us discuss why this is so exciting, why it's so innovative, why it's so what we feel necessary for our students to do right now. And we're able to kind of give that entire, it's not a sales pitch, there's nothing for sale, but we're able to give that entire vision for Rippln to everybody for you instead of you having to do it yourself. So I think it's really awesome. And then just getting the tools, being able to have the follow-up system like what you just showed, the Hangouts on Facebook, like the Facebook page. I mean, these types of things grow through word of mouth and through inspiration and motivation, and that's what it really takes. There's a lot of people that maybe you're here right now because you watched a short little video from me or Russell or Troy, or because you got an email or a text to come here, and oftentimes a lot of success comes from just that one little tipping point, that one little thing that gets the ball rolling, that gets you motivated and excited. And I think what being a part of this team offers is that constant motivation and constant inspiration, not only just from the three of us, but also from all the people on the Facebook group that are clearly on there that have huge ripples that are stoked about it and never even expected to be able to have success with stuff. So I think that's what's really important about, being a part of this team. And I think that's something that's great that, that you guys have put together. I know a lot of these things for everybody, and I think it's a phenomenal thing. I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Very cool.
Yeah,
guys, we appreciate everyone who's come to this, and we appreciate everyone who's promoting these hangouts with us. But again, this is all tools, you guys, that we're doing because, first off, we spent tons of time and energy and money. I mean, Anthony, I don't know how much time you spent on this. And again,
a ton.
Our backgrounds. We make a lot of money. This isn't something we're getting paid for right now. We're doing it because we believe in it. We see the vision. We see where it's going. We're working for free right now. My whole team built the system because we care about you guys and we want to see it grow. And so take advantage of it. Like, now is the perfect opportunity, guys. Don't sit on your hands waiting. I always tell people this. I said, right now, this is like an opportunity train that's passing through. And there's always opportunities in everybody's lives. It's very rare that an opportunity comes around that's not like, a big idea or $1 million idea, but an actual $1 billion idea. And I really think that this is a $1 billion idea. I know that just as fast as it's growing right now, there's already venture capitalists, investors coming in begging to buy Rippln. They want it. Okay, this is a $1 billion idea, you guys. The train is going through, and you can either sit back and be like, like the people who, when Facebook first came out, criticizing it and sitting back and this is stupid and looking at it. Or you can be like the early adopters. You say, look, this is a cool thing. I see where it's going. It doesn't all make perfect sense right now, but I want to be part of it. Jump on that train. Join the ride with us, and I promise you guys, you'll be rewarded for that, not just today or tomorrow, but for the rest of your life. So the Ripple you're making right now, again, in 100 years from now, my kids are going to be making money off my Ripple. My grandkids make money off my great-grandkids, and their grandkids will continue to make money off the Ripple I'm starting today. And I really look at it that way. That's why I'm putting so much effort into this, you guys, and why I strongly believe and encourage you guys to be involved with it as well. So don't hesitate anymore. Contact the person that brought you here. Get your NDA signed, and then when that happens, you guys start running. Just jump on this train with us, grab on, and hang out for the ride because it's a lot of fun and it's going big places. And you can hang out with all of us, with me, Anthony, and Troy, and a bunch of other really cool people. And what's interesting, you guys, is you have no idea where your Ripple's gonna go or where your Ripple's gonna go. Someone was telling me the other day they invited a guy who invited a guy who invited Scottie Pippen, and now Scottie Pippen is in that guy's Ripple. And I guarantee Scottie Pippen invited Michael Jordan, so Michael Jordan's probably in the like, how cool is that?
I've already told you I've already made a public plea. I want LeBron James in my Ripple. That's all I'm saying. Game over if I can get LeBron James in my Ripple. But so if anybody would just post this on this Facebook page, let him know that I'd like him in my Ripple. I would appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome. But that's about it for today, guys. We don't want to spend too long. We just want to give you guys some information on what's happening, why you should be excited, why we're excited. So again, all the information is down below on the page, you guys. Again, step one is start your Ripple. Get that process started as quick as you can. Call, text, sell, whatever it takes. Bug the person who invited you so you can get your NDA as quick as possible. And then step number two, after that's done, start growing your Ripple. Again, if you look at that page I showed you guys back here, it's not more complicated than this. Okay, these are the three things we're doing: our cell phones, Facebook, and Google Hangouts. And it's duplicatable. Anybody can do it, you guys. If you've got a cell phone, you can play this game. But just come out here. This training will walk you guys through that three-step process, and just do it every single day. I recommend, if you spend 30 minutes a day focusing on your Ripple, you guys, you will be shocked at what will happen in the next 30 days. Like, it's amazing. And so I just want to really encourage you guys to do that. And again, that's the process. It's simple, it's easy, and it's duplicatable for anybody. And yeah, that's all I got, you guys. Anything else you guys want to add before we jump off?
I think that's about it. Just fill in the form. Fill in the form so we can get your invite out to you, and then follow the steps. Start growing your Ripple, and make sure you come back here every day and listen to what Russell and Troy and I have to say, and stay motivated.
Yeah, that's what's cool about that. This is the work. I used to do concrete work, and it was heavy and dirty, and that was work, man. This isn't work. This is exciting stuff. I'd like to just share this last thing, that what you guys have put together with this duplicatable system, that's why this is the fastest growing team. It's not because of anything other than the fact that it's a really duplicatable, simple system that people just use. And so today it just came out with this new refined version that makes it even better. So I love it. I think it's exciting, and people who engage, get in the Facebook group on a daily basis and jump on these Hangouts are winning big time. So that's all I got, guys. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys have done for this thing.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Troy. And we'll talk to you all again tomorrow.